My name is Laurie Tomlinson. I have worked in the insurance industry for over 40 years. And in the last number of years, I've been advocating a number of changes within the MPI claim process system, primarily in the area of what I view to be how easily disadvantaged MPI claimants have become at the hands of MPI and what I personally believe to be the many arbitrary policies that they deliver. There are a number of horror stories that have been delivered by people. There's literally thousands of people every year that suffer in one way, shape, or form as a result of how MPI have failed to respond to their needs. In the most recent years, I've been advocating changes within the claim representation process system. Under the MPI Act, Regulation 3894, they state that a claimant can have a representative, an agent of their choosing. The appeal guidelines published by the Automobile Injury Compensation Appeal Commission, they state that you can have somebody who need not necessarily be a lawyer, which for most people, they interpret to be that they can hire and retain any independent representative of their choice. One of the options that is given to people that they claim eliminates their need to look for an independent representative is to choose somebody from the claimant advisor office. The difficulty with what is called CAO is the fact that they are a civil servant office. They are a department within MPI. They are funded directly or indirectly by MPI, depending on how one looks at it. And most importantly is that they have no accountability. They are completely immune from any prosecution that a claimant might have as a result that one of their advisors messes up a claim and disentitles the claimant for the rest of his life from any benefits or treatment that he may be necessary or would have gotten had he had proper representation. So what we are advocating is the fact that claimants do have the right of choice. The Law Society have carefully slotted themselves in with MPI to resist any initiative taken by independent sources or claimants to retain that kind of independent representation. It is shameful in many cases. What I look at is the fact that this whole service, the whole entity of MPI has no meaning if there are no claimants. And yet ultimately when it comes down to the people that really need the benefits and expect the benefits to be there, they're being told that they have to fight with a system that is so heavily weighted against them that it is beyond the realm of logic. So to disentitle them from their choice of representative is an injustice in its most profound sense. I advocate, as well as do many others, that MPI claimants should have that right of choice, and hopefully within the next near while that will perhaps become a reality.
I've had a problem. I've had an accident in 1996. I've been denied benefits, and I'm being denied the right to have what I feel is who I want to handle my appeal in this case. I can't afford to pay for a lawyer. Most of the lawyers that I have contacted have denied me the right for my own appeal because they either work for MPIC or they just don't want to deal with working with MPIC because there's in fact no money involved for them.
As soon as you need a lawyer, you've lost. But in the due process of trying to get ahead, you'll lose so much because the lawyers want so much in retainer and they charge so much by the hour, and very few of them deal with you with MPI on a contingency basis anymore, simply because there is nothing to be made from them. So all they want is their hourly wages, for which they do practically nothing, and you still got to pay. But what are you going to pay with? Because you've already lost so much.
I'm a victim of a rear-end collision, and through my dealings with actually 2 insurance companies, I've had my life turned inside out. I've lost my ability to earn. I've developed a lot of psychological problems. I'm in pain 24 hours a day at various levels of pain. I was denied any sort of income during recovery time for my injuries because I fell into a category. The little loophole I speak of is I was not receiving a taxable income at the time. So for that very reason, they chose to destroy the person I was and the life I lived.
Your pension, your RSPs, your basic IRI, your monthly wage income replacement indemnity. These things MPI plays with and cuts off at whim, and you're just left to suffer.
Denial of that, they threw me into 10 years of a living hell. I went through 3 lawyers. I've seen umpteen doctors, therapists, you name it, I've been there. And what do I have in the end? I'm further behind than when I started. I have no hope of ever recovering what I've lost. I'm destined to a life of doubt, insecurity, and physical pain.
It's been over a year since I've started this whole process, and I'm still waiting. Things are going downhill, and I expect they will.
This is wrong. This is absolutely incorrect. This is absolutely unjust.